as usual. So I just open Eclipse here. Okay. The first thing what you need to do is we have now Eclipse, we have JDK. The first thing is you need to have the Hibernate tools, Hibernate plugins in the Eclipse. Okay, directly we cannot directly work with the Hibernate here. We need to have this Hibernate plugin in your Eclipse. So just go to Help, Eclipse Marketplace. Just go to Help, Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace is the place where you can add the Hibernate or any plugins to the Eclipse. Okay. So you'll get this. Here, click on Find. You need to search for Hibernate. You need to search for Hibernate. You search for Hibernate. It will show many options. Just scroll down. You have to select this. JBoss Tools. JBoss Tools. Okay. So this is the thing. So it's all, in my case, it's already installed. If it is not installed, you need to install it. And remember here, this JBoss tool consists of many tools. You need to specifically select only Hibernate tools in that. You have to specifically select only Hibernate tools. Okay. JBoss tool is a collection of many other things. So just look here. Hibernate, JBoss, is this, all those things are there. But you need to select only the Hibernate tools. There will be many, around 15. There will be checkbox. You have to select only Hibernate tools. Then it will ask for trusting. Trust. Just you can select the checkbox and you can install it. Okay. So once you do that, just go to File, click on New, Other. We need to create a Maven project. So far you are creating what? So far what you are creating? Dynamic web project, is it not? So now onwards you'll be creating Maven projects only. Even in Spring framework you'll be creating Maven project. Even normal plain JDBC is there. Now what we study in core Java. For that also you could have created what? Maven project. Okay. So what is it? It's a source code management tool. Maven is a source code management tool. So nothing to learn practically there. It's a one module where you can create a project, create a structure for a project. A jar file can be managed automatically. So like that. So Maven project, click on Next. There's a separate part under Maven. You select the Maven project. Select Next. Okay. So you're specifying the workspace location. I keep it that only. Next. Here, you have to select the archetype. For the new Maven project, you have to select the archetype. So project archetype refers to project template. It refers to the project template. So I told you, it will specify the structure for your, it has a predefined templates. This Maven has the predefined templates for different types of projects. So here, in the catalog, always you have to select internal. You have to select internal. If it is not selected, you can select it from the drop down list. Select internal. When you just select internal, it will show the various templates of the Maven. Okay. So just look here. I can select a web app. Maven archetype, web application, site, simple, just site, quick start, profiles, portlet. There are various templates available. Okay. To begin with, I'll select this quick start. Maven archetype, quick start. Okay. So what are archetypes? Yeah. The project templates, which is already predefined there. Click on Next. So here you need to specify the other properties for your Maven project. First thing is group ID. First is group ID. Who is the group? com.sidac.training. Got the point? com.sidac.training. So we are creating a commercial website in SIDAC, for example, and training is a group. Training is a group. Next, artifact ID. So artifact ID is the actual name of the project. Actual name of the project. For example, I'll just say Hibernate demo. Hibernate -demo. Artifact ID is nothing but actual name of the project. Version is 0.01 snapshot. By default, it is selected. Okay. So development version is always called as a snapshot. You know the meaning of snapshot? Before the final release, what we do? We write the code for development. This is a development version. So that's why it is called as 0.01 snapshot. The version prior to the release is called as snapshot version. The version prior to the release, it is called as development version. Package com.sidac.training.hibernate demo. Okay, it is giving underscore. I'll remove that underscore. Okay, and make it single word as Hibernate demo. Okay, in package, what we have? Name of the application. Group ID is only the group which is creating the project. Okay, so that's all. So group ID, artifact ID is the name of the project. Version is that. Packages, then you can select the package. So click on finish. So you can just see on the bottom here, creating Maven archetype. It's showing the percentage progress, bottom right. So in my case, it is 33%. Okay. For the first time, it will download the template from the internet, from the Maven website. From the Maven website, the project structure. Okay. So just look here. It is still 33%. So for the first time, you require internet connection for that also. The next time it will be taking from the local system. So here it is created confirm properties configuration, group ID, artifact ID, version, package. So here you have to press Y. Yes. You have to press yes. Yes. So you can now it is finished. You can just see now. Hibernate demo. The project is created. The structure is also created. We have src main Java. We have src main Java. Under that we have a package. Okay, Hibernate demo. src test Java. If you are writing in a testing code, it will be under src test. Just look here. I'm in package explorer. Here we have a Java system library. It refers to standard edition 1.5. Is it not? So this you need to change. It's pointing only till 1.5. Is it not? We look on the latest, whatever it is installed. So how to change the Java version? How to change the Java version of your project? Here it is telling only to 1.5. How? Build path. By default, it is going to Java version 1.5. So how to change the version of Java? Right click on your project, build path, configure, build path. Yes. So under this libraries, I'll select GRE system library 1.5. Here I'll just say edit. Here I'll just say edit. I'll select this workspace default. Workspace default GRE. Okay. Or you can also select from here. Just look here. Till 19 it is there. Till it is bound. Java standard edition I can select from here also. Not an issue. And just say finish. Just click on finish. So this is how we can change the version. This is how we can change the version of a Java. Clear? Yes, now it is pointing to Java standard edition 19. So just say apply and close. So next, you can just see Maven dependencies. There's one folder called as Maven dependencies. By default, there is only one jar file called as JUnit. There is only one jar file called as JUnit. Okay. What is this JUnit? It's a jar file which is used for testing. JUnit is nothing but what? A testing framework. JUnit is a unit testing framework. By default, it is there. So why it is coming there? Because there is one file called as pom.xml file. Pom.xml. So you're talking about package.json. In node.js now we had package.json. What is that? To manage your dependencies. Here we have an XML file called as pom.xml. So what is the use of it? To manage the dependencies. It is used to manage the dependencies and all the project information. It is used to manage the project and its dependencies. Okay. So just look here, people. This is very much important. This pom.xml file, project object model. The full form of pom is project object model. It has the information about the project we created just now. Okay. Then name of the project. Then the dependencies. Just look here. By default, the dependency is JUnit is added. So from now onwards, if you want to add a jar files, you need to add the dependencies in the pom.xml. No need of you manually adding the jar files as we did in JDBC. You need to add the jar files here. Again, not the jar files, the dependencies. It will be in the form of this. It is in the form of this. So from where we will get it? From the maven repository.com that I showed you now, from where we download the JDBC jar, MySQL connector jar. From there only you can get that. So just look here, we have a root tag called as dependencies. So within that dependency tag is there. This is the tag for one particular jar. This will be the tag for one particular jar. Okay. So what I'll do is, so as I told you, I'll go to this website, Maven repository, MVN repository. Here, I'll search for, what I'll search? Hibernate. I'll search for Hibernate. I'll search for Hibernate. Okay. So I require this Hibernate core. We require Hibernate core. Yes. You can just see we have a latest version of 6.4.1. You can see the downloads now. So many downloads are there. Just look here. We can see very less downloads are there. Why? Huh? December. This was just look here. The first version long back. The first version is released long back. You can just see that. 2019. But number of usage is very less. Why? Because nowadays with Hibernate, people are using JPA. People are using JPA. Okay, so that will make our job still easy. So when you're just only using Hibernate, then only this will come into we require this. Otherwise, we don't require this. So that's why number of downloads are very less. Plus, if you just see the 5.4, na, there are lots of what this thing. Okay, so I'll just select this 5.6.15 221 downloads. I'll just select this. Yeah. So as I told you, if you're not using Maven, you need to download the jar file. But now I am trying to copy this. Just look here for Maven, Gradle, Gradle Short, Gradle for Kotlin, SBT, Ivy, Grape. These are the other different build tools. Okay. So I'm just selecting Maven. So just you need to copy this dependency. For Hibernate core, the dependency is here. This is the website. This is the dependency and this is the version. So I'll just select this. I'll copy this. Okay. I'll go to Eclipse. Now just look here under Maven dependencies. I have only one jar file. What is it? Okay, now I'll add the dependency here. I'll add the dependencies here. Got it? And I'll just try to save it. Control S. I'll just add the dependency. So as I told you now, we need not manually add the dependencies. Just you need to copy the dependency tag. I'll just try to save it. You can see here, so many jar files are added now. So many jar files are added. So in case if you're not using Maven, you need to search these jar files individually one by one and put in which folder? Lib folder. So that is the advantage of using Maven. So it is a source code management tool. Starting from creating a project to deploying it will take care of. So if you're not using Maven, you need to download the jar files individually. Next, I'll search for which one? I'll work with the MySQL, is it not? So we require a MySQL dependency. I require a MySQL dependency. So this is the one, MySQL connector J. You can just see, na? I'll go for this 8.2.0. You can just see here. I'll select this. Again, copy this dependency here. So Control C and I'll paste it after this. Okay, so I just had Hibernate core and clear. So I can just look here, observe here. For this, only one jar is required. Okay, only one jar is required. So I'll save it. Now I'm getting this. I'm getting this. Okay, next. Yeah, we'll finish this setup, then we'll go for tea break. Okay. So the jar files is done. The jar file is done. I created a project. The first thing is we need to add the jar files. So once that is done, we need to create a what? Packages. We need to create a sub packages like as we did in the previous case, model, all those things. So this is a base package. Under that, we by default app.java is selected, created by default. So here, having a demo is there, right? Under that, I'll create a sub packages. So right click on this, new, other, and you can search for package. Having a demo dot model. Having a demo dot model. Again, model package I'll create. Similarly, yeah, only model is enough as of now because we are not creating a web app, right? I'm just creating a console based application. That's why only this much is enough. Yeah. Yes. The next is you need to create a Hibernate configuration file. The next is you need to create a Hibernate configuration file. So remember, your configuration file should be under src main Java. Configuration file should be always under src main Java. Make a note of this. Any configuration file. So right click on src main Java, new. So we installed that Hibernate plugin, right? The JBoss tools. So when you do that, you'll get this Hibernate configuration stuff. Hibernate XML, Hibernate configuration and all those things. So I'll just select Hibernate configuration. So by default, it should be where? Always under src main Java. It should be outside of package. It should be outside of package. So here, which version we added? 5.6. So we added 5.6, is it not? So select that only, 5.6. Database dialect. So which database I'm using? MySQL. MySQL. Driver class name. com.mysql.jdbc driver. Okay. com.mysql.jdbc driver. You can select from the drop down list. Even if it is not coming, you can type. It is same as what we did where? In JDBC. What is connection URL? Just look here. It is giving the syntax. The drop down list only. JDBC, MySQL host, port and database. Okay. So till here it is fine. So here what you should specify? Local host. What is the port number? 33. Database I need to create now. Database I need to create. So I'll create a database with the name Hibernate1. Hyper. I need to create a database with the name Hibernate1. Got the point? This is same whatever you're giving in which JDBC URL. Default schema leave it blank. Default catalog leave it blank. My username is root. Okay. My password is Red Hat, for example. So all these things you used to write a code in JDBC. Instead of that, now what we are creating? XML file. You're creating a XML file. Finish. Finish. One file is created. Hibernate.cfg XML. Here you just click on source. Here you just select source. So what is this? This is the Hibernate configuration file. This is the Hibernate configuration file. So Hibernate configuration, session factory. Okay, for the session factory, property name Hibernate.connection driver class is this one. Password is this one. Connection URL is this one. Username root. Dialect. So dialect refers to driver. Okay, dialect refers to here driver. So all these things you are writing a code, but it is generated automatically here using the Hibernate configuration file. Using the Hibernate configuration file. Okay. So what we require now in a database, and we require this database. That's all. From the database, and we require a database. Okay. Yes. So that's off now. I'll just continue after the tea break.